And I have a very minimal setup that I'm going to show you in a basement, but my goal is now to install all these devices. So I have a switch, I have APs, I have cameras, I have patch panel, I have everything that I need to get my home up and running. So at the end of this video, I will show you the design that I'm going to put in place just to show you what a network engineer's home network looks like. Hey, what's up guys, this is Guy here with KBTrainings. I'm so glad that you're joining me on this new video, very exciting. So I just finished one of my biggest projects so far, which is the construction of my new and first home. So right now I just moved in, you can see the kitchen behind me, and a new home means a lot of good projects, guys. You know I like to share projects with you, so this is going to be very fun because I'm going to put a lot of projects here on YouTube, and all the projects that are related to IT or networking, I'm going to be sharing them here on KBTrainings. But if you want to see all the other projects that are not related to IT, like I'm trying to do a series of videos on smart homes and automations, those projects will be on my personal channel. So if you want to see those projects, join me there and it's going to be fun. I need to install my home network. I know most of the time here in the US, when you have a home, you usually have a router or modem that's provided to you by the ISP. And that same device can be your router. It can also be your access point. But as a network engineer, I stepped up my network a little bit. So I'm going to have a design that's very special that I'm going to share with you by the end of this video. So in this video specifically, we're going to do the unboxing of all the devices that I ordered that are now delivered. I couldn't do anything so far because my home was not hooked up to the network yet. So I just had a technician come out and he hooked me up, and I have a very minimal setup that I'm going to show you in a basement. But my goal is now to install all these devices. So I have a switch, I have APs, I have cameras, I have patch panel, I have everything that I need to get my home up and running. In the next few videos, you're going to see all the steps from the cabling to the configuration of the switch. One of the benefits of building a new home is that you have the option to build the things the way you want it. Like for example, in this home, I made sure that all the rooms are wired, and all the devices that I can hook up to the wire, I'll do it. All the other ones will be on the wireless, of course. And I'm going to have 3 access points, one on the first floor, one on the main floor, and the other one in the basement. It's kind of a big home. It's 4,800 square feet. So I need to be sure that all the 4,800 square feet are covered perfectly with a good signal. That's why I put 3 APs. I'm also going to install 10 cameras around the house, and I had time to put all those wires for the cameras. So they're going to be IP PoE cameras, and all of that will be here on KBTrainings. So if you don't want to miss any of that, make sure you subscribe. So for today, right now, we're going to do the unboxing of these devices, and later on, I'll show you in the basement what I have right now for setup, and then I'll sit to my desk and I'll show you the design that I put in place with all the VLANs and everything that needs to be set up with all the devices going to the internet, the smart home devices, the switches, and so on. I need to make sure that I'm safe. So I'll put some devices in certain VLANs just to make sure that they don't interact with my home network. And in case there is a vulnerability, it will not affect my home network. Alright, so now let's go in the basement and I'm going to show you my current setup, which is very minimal, just to allow me to be connected and work and browse the internet until I have my new network setup. And I really have to do it because I have issues in some bedrooms that are far from the basement. They don't get good Wi-Fi signal. But first, let me show you this rack here for my data center that you might have seen on this channel. So I haven't installed it yet, so it's going to be installed sometime pretty soon. I'm probably going to share that with you. And let's go where the network is. And this is where all the cables terminate, and all these cables go to the different cameras, the APs, the bedrooms, and they are going to be here. This is where we're going to install the 9U rack that I bought, and the next video will show you that. So I'll also have the patch panel where all the cables will be connected. This is the FortiGate, my main firewall. I still have it, and you may have seen some videos about it. It's connected to the cable modem from which I get the internet. And it's also connected to this TP-Link here to broadcast Wi-Fi throughout the house. So that's my minimal setup, and let's go to the design. All right, so now I'm going to show you what the layout of my network is. This is just to give you an idea on what I'm trying to implement here. So from the start, we have the ISP, which is giving me internet over here. I have a cable internet, so I have a cable modem over here to switch the signal to the Ethernet for my FortiGate. And the FortiGate is my main router or main firewall on this network. And the main switch is going to be the Ubiquiti 24 PoE. It's a unified switch, very good switch PoE, and it's going to help me power all the APs and all the cameras in the network. So the switch will be here. So this layout doesn't show you all the layer 1 equipments, because all the equipments do not come directly to the switch, but they connect to a patch panel that I don't show here. And the patch panel brings all the cables to the switch. And in my network, I'm going to have 6 VLANs. I'm going to segment the traffic in VLANs, and these are 5 of the main VLANs, and I'm going to tell you what each of the VLANs is. So the first VLAN is the IoT1 VLAN with the tag 15. The second VLAN is the IoT2 with the VLAN tag 20. The third is the guest VLAN 25. The fourth is the main VLAN, and then we have the lab VLAN. So first of all, the IoT VLAN 1 will be this VLAN here. So in this VLAN, I'm going to include all the devices that only need access to the internet. They don't need to talk to each other. They don't need to see any other thing internally. They just need to be connected to the internet. So some of them may change VLANs if I have to, but I think at this point, this VLAN will only have access to the internet. That's where I put my smart bulbs, my smart switches, my Nest Halo, or the Nest thermostat. And this VLAN will only have access to the internet, just to minimize the risk in the network. And the next VLAN, or the VLAN IoT2 with the VLAN tag 25, is going to have some smart devices that need local access, like the smart TV, smart fridge, or my gaming console, or anything else that would need access internally. Like for example, if I want to stream something on a TV from my phone, I need to be in the same network as the TV. So I need some access, even limited, to the TV. And then we have the guest VLAN, that's right here, the VLAN 25. Oh, this is 20, I have 25 twice. Oh, okay. Now the VLAN IoT VLAN, this is the VLAN 20, it's not 25. So I have 20 here. And I have the guest VLAN, which is the VLAN 25. It's in green. So this VLAN is protected, but not so much. Like if someone comes on a network and they want to connect to my Wi-Fi, so I don't want to give them a very long password with special characters and symbols and everything. I'm going to set up a very friendly password on this VLAN, and people can access the network, but they won't be able to do anything else. They won't be able to access any other device. They'll just go to the internet. And I could also do some traffic shaping on this VLAN to reduce the bandwidth. I mean, I have very high speed, but I just want to give it like 5 meg per second for the guests, and that should be enough. The next VLAN is the VLAN 35, which is the main VLAN. I put it in red because that's where most of my devices are. That's where my workstation is. I work from home, so my workstation will be on here. My personal PC will be on here. My Mac will be on here. All the cameras in a network will be on this VLAN, and the smartphones as well, the tablets and everything. So this is my local, this is my home network, and all these things will have access to each other inside the network. They'll also have access to the internet and probably access to all the other devices. I have to figure that out. So the other VLAN is the VLAN 75. That's the lab VLAN. So that VLAN will be connected to my data center, even though right now I haven't installed my data center yet because of the move and everything. So I'll have to reinstall it, and the VLAN 75 will go to it. I'll also have another network, which is the gray network here, going to the lab. I think this network will be untagged, and but I'll need to figure it out. I need to know if it really needs to be untagged or not. But I have these two networks going to the data center or to my lab. And other than that, some of the equipment will be connected to the wires, because I told you that I pretty much put Ethernet cables everywhere in the house. So all the devices that can be wired will be wired. So, but some of them will also be connecting wirelessly. All the smart devices here will be connected to the APs, and the APs will have wired connections to the switch, and the switch is PoE, so they will not have any problem powering up. So are the cameras. So I'm not going to run any type of adapters or PoE injectors or anything like that. So that's what I'm going to do now. And all the videos will be on this channel. I'm going to share with you everything, all the steps in this project. And just stick around if you want to see all of that. And if you like technology, if you want to advance your career, please subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of projects like this. I also provide a CCNA class on KBTrainings.com/CCNA if you are interested, if you want to become a network engineer and do these kind of things. It's going to be very fun. I'm very excited about this, and it's kind of a huge project, but I'm just going to do it slowly, and we'll shoot everything for you. And yeah, if you enjoy, please leave a comment below, subscribe, and see you in the next video with more details on this awesome project. Take care. Bye.